Hi everybody, I'm Giancarlo.
And I am Felicia, your host for today on this beautiful January morning on the set of Bored to Death.
Yes, the set.
This is my co-host, Giancarlo. Follow us on Instagram at Bored to Death or my personal account, FIL11.
You're gonna get so many stalkers.
I'm so excited. Okay, go.
This is our review of
Cavern
Tavern.
Woo!
The Secrets of the Five Realms.
It looks really nice. I like
Yeah,
it.
the
Is it cool?
artwork is amazing.
Genial.
Is it cool? Check it and find out.
And you will find our review at stay tuned to the very end of this episode to find out what we have rated it on 10. And scene. Nice guys, great work.
Good job. All right. Shut the lights.
In this dice placement game, players will take on the role of a server, serving 5 realms, fantasy races in your boss's Cavern Tavern. The player with the most points by the end of the 10th round wins. The tavern is set here with the ingredients to the side and each player having a character. They're board with their reputation of each type to the top and secret task card with 4 ingredients they rolled for. The shift begins at 10 p.m. which will end at 1 a.m.
The game starts off with all players rolling their dice, with the last player rolling the white one as well. Now, since this is the beginning of the first round, all players, starting with the first, must take a customer's order. To do so, they'll take a card from the mess hall onto their player boards, place their meeple where they took the card, and place the time marker on the current round. Then, a player must place at least one die or many that equals the white space number on one of the spots of the tavern that is empty. These numbers in the meeple are only used at that many players plus. Each player can only place dice once per turn. Placing it in a cellar will give that player some ingredients. The kitchen and chore board only have space for one player, so first come, first served. Besides the ingredients, victory points, and maybe some effects you get here, you'll also move your chore or kitchen reputation down your sheet one space accordingly as denoted by these icons. When you get to these icons, you'll score VPs as listed and change a die facing up or down one. These areas mentioned are pretty much where you'll get ingredients to complete orders.
Now the Wizard's Workshop has 3 different choices. Place 3 dice here to gain a magic potion, which counts as a wild ingredient that cannot be traded or stolen. And draw the top item card. You can place a die here to remove a customer from the mess hall. Draw 3 and replace him with 1 drawn. Or placing 2 die here will make you draw 3 item cards and keep 1. In Mr. Nasty Office, your boss, you can place 1 die to tattletale on one of the players. Here you'll go up on your nasty track while that other player will go down. Not only will the level you're at deduct points from you at the end game, but should you reach this icon, you'll draw a Nasty Says card. Until the condition is met, you cannot place any dice in the kitchen or chore board. On your turn, you can also play any number of item cards or complete an order.
When completing an order, simply return the ingredients to the supply and score victory points depending on how long you took to serve them. Should you do it the turn you took the order, check your time marker, you'll score this many points. A turn later, this many, and so on. Should you reach this many turns, the customer is angry. You'll lose this many points and the customer will leave. When completed, a player will retrieve his meeple and time marker, replace a card, and decide whether he wants to take one or not. When a player places their dice, the next players will go. It is possible to have more turns than other players as they might have used more to reach a certain total. When all the players have placed their dice, we go on to end of round.
First advance the clock marker. Any player with an open order will go down the nasty track. Any player with a forgotten order loses the points and discards that card. Each player retrieves their dice and you'll give the white die to the player with the least points. A new round begins. Remember that at the beginning of the round, on your turn, should you not have an order, your first action must be to get one. Keep playing until we reach the end of the 10th round. Here's how to tally up the score. You'll lose points as shown on your nasty track if you don't have an open order. You'll gain 1 point per ingredient you have. If you have an open order, simply discard it and score no points for ingredients. Should you have not completed a nasty card, you lose 10 points. Lastly, check for any points you completed from your secret task cards. The player with the most wins.
First thing that pops out of this game is the great artwork and fantastic components. And what I love is how they fit all of this in a rightly sized box with great insert. The standard size box for many games that have less components than this is a thing of the past. Moving on. Cavern Tavern plays smoothly, but honestly I feel this game is suited more for casual gamers. Tactics and strategies are both dictated by the game itself and not you, depending on what die rolls you get for tactics and what secret task for strategy. And the biggest con this game has is that both tactics and strategy are completely based on luck. Now yes, there is some mitigation, but to get that mitigation through either item cards or your kitchen or chore level to manipulate those dice will have you being lucky beforehand to get them. You roll low and you don't get those ingredients, hope to get lucky with an item card. And these, much like each character, is not balanced. Some character abilities are just way better than others. Another big problem the game has is that the game actually feels like you're just serving people as you would in a serving job. So I guess the theme is well captured, but you're just doing things by rote. There's a simple wash, rinse, repeat feel to the game, which would have been alleviated had they incorporated an engine building mechanic. You are simply collecting as fast as you can to get the most points of your dice and your secret task allowed. I love the aspect of the grumpy dwarven boss being on your case, and it really is well captured. And that is a prime example of some player interaction that the game has, and also taking spaces before another player does. But I just wish it had that oomph factor that we find was somewhat missing. Great for casual gamers, but not for anyone wanting to have real choice when gaming. Cavern Tavern gets a 6 out of 10. Subscribe now to our channel to stay in the loop. If you like our work, help us continue by sharing the channel to your gaming group. Thanks for watching and happy gaming.